right, YouTube, welcome to my channel. This is Calvin Fraser here with Rising Moguls FX. I know it's been a while since I did a video. I know you guys miss me and all, but I have a special guest on this Zoom call today, Mr. Cash on the call. Mr. Cash Money, talk to them, please, real quick. Talk to them.
What's the deal? What's the deal, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Cousin Cash. It's your boy Cash, aka Cousin Cash.
Cousin Cash.
Cousin Cash. Yeah, bro. What's the deal, man?
No, what's good? What's good? So I want to have you on today because my viewers have been hyped on binary options and there has not been any content on it. But before we start getting a deep dive of it, tell them about you, who you are, and how you got involved into binary options.
Bro, so like I said, I'm Cousin Cash, Kevin Harris, aka Cousin Cash, out of Philadelphia. Moved down south and hopped into real estate actually. And I've been like trading off and on since like early 2000s, right? But it's a difference between trading and kind of like jumping into something, you know what I mean? Like you just kind of jump into it and just like toy with it, like, oh, this would be lucrative. And that's all I kept saying. Then after a while, I started running from it because it was like, man, I would jump into it and I started losing crazy money, right? It was just like, man, you jump into it. Then I started playing with penny stocks, was going up a good amount of money, and then started losing crazy money. So after a while, I was like, once I had an idea how to do it, it just didn't grab me. I think it was like, oh man, it's too much. You got to know strategies. You got to do this. I was making up a bunch of excuses. I wanted to do something that was just like really easy. And I was young. So, I kind of like wanted that fast money right now without having to worry about setups. And I didn't want to go through all of that. So got older, got more mature, got a lot wiser, and just realized that, man, like in order to really touch the bag, and for that bag to last long, it's about compounding. It's about having extra sources of incomes, like them 7 seeds, you got to sow them. And so I was going through that whole process, and everything had full surface, went right back to trading, hopped into real estate, did well with that. And then it was just like back to trading. A lot of my clients were investors and they were like telling me about these different trades and I knew what they were talking about. And it was like, yeah, man, my account compounds 18% a month. And I was sitting back thinking like, man, if that was options, that would be 18% like in a day. It depends on how you want to look at it, right? And so, fast forward, it's funny because I was trying to put my wife on the trade and I had put her onto it and she's a Vegas fan. So she's like, oh, this is like gambling. And I'm like, no, it's not like gambling. And she's like, oh, this is like gambling. She's actually a really great trader, by the way, better than me when it comes to like Forex, right? So when she's trading Forex, I'm wearing the apron, you know what I'm saying? So for the most part, right, it get like that, right? But I was putting her on to it and then it just started getting heavy because she got into it. So it became a bonding experience for me and my wife. And it just kind of took off from there, man. Got with Pipology, shout out to the Black Squad. And then it just kind of went from there, man. I jumped into AP, got with my guy Neat, and the rest is history. I just stayed consistent with it from there, man. So yeah.
That's something powerful. Just to go back, how you said that binary options, you learning with your wife was a situation where it caused you guys to bond in that scenario. And for my viewers, that have a significant other, I know when you're trying to strive for something great, the hardest thing is telling your significant other to take a backseat on what it is that you're doing and watch you work and let, whatever pan out on what you do. When you have something that you can work together, that's powerful. And when it comes to binary options, it's just funny that you say that, you and your wife, use that as a bonding aspect and you guys learn the knowledge. Me and my fiance and everything, she had an interest in stocks and she had an interest in options too as well. Ironically, when I started having my interest too as well. So this could be something that we could bond to as well, because when it comes to making money, it's always a bonding moment.
Listen, man, we talk about power couples all the time on social media, but it's like, meet a couple that could trade. That's a power couple right there, because it's like it's $6.6 trillion in the industry. So you have two people working together to get as much out of that 6.6 trillion as possible. The long hours, you both understand. The frustration that could come from trading, like the trading psychology, you understand that you guys are going through it together. So I mean, it's crazy, but it's definitely helpful to have somebody who understands the importance of trading, because a lot of people don't, and a lot of people just have the wrong idea about trading. There's a lot of information out there that's misleading about trading, and so when you talk about it to people, you have the complexities of what it is and how it was often represented to be like this really, really big boy game. And I'm not saying it's not, but it's just misrepresented. You know what I mean? It's like, it makes us feel like, I mean, when I was younger and before I got into trading, actually, when somebody introduced it to me, I was like, man, you got to go to Harvard for that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the misrepresentation that you get. Like, you got to be a Stanford or you got to be a Yale graduate to get into that, to be good. And then you see the, you know, it's so many different aspects and levels and platforms of trading that people kind of stayed away from it. But with technology being the turn, like turning the world more now, it's like a lot of people's getting on, and it's a lot of youth getting on. And so it's just another avenue of saying like, hey, you got to take this road. And I think everybody should have one or two traders in their family for sure.
I feel you.
Yeah, I think it's quintessential. It's like, man, learn how to drive, learn how to trade.
100%, and I agree. I agree. And for my viewers that's watching this video, you already know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, drop a 777 below if you're ready for cash. If you're watching Pipology Black Squad Cash, showing examples of how binary option works, put a 777 in the comments section below. So as we're moving forward, I want you, Cash, of course, to give people, you know, the basic nuances of binary options. How does it look? You know, what does it take for somebody to come in that has no knowledge at all? Like your wife said, when I thought about binary options, I felt like it was gambling. I like roulette. So when I look at it, I'm like, okay, my probability is high if I put more chips on the numbers. So when I think about the binary options, I'm thinking, okay, cool. You know, if I put the probability of price going up or down on me betting on 30 seconds a minute, then it'll be the same scenario, but it's more intricate than that. So I want you to show the viewers what it really is like.
No doubt. So look, first and foremost, I want to say that a lot of people think about it that way. A lot of people think about it, and I'm gonna start sharing my screen. A lot of people think about binary to be like gambling, right? And it's so funny because a lot of the platforms do make it, because people have that misconception. What do you think they do? They play on that. So if you guys can see my screen, it looks kind of like a game, right? And so I got a simple strategy up here, and you can go through the process for all my traders that's out there. You know what I mean? When you look at the indicators, they got oscillators and MACDs, they got moving averages, zigzags or so. And here's the thing, man, this can be powerful if used. I mean, with this particular platform, you can use as little as like $50 to get in. And when I tell you that you can run up huge bags with this type of platform if you know how to trade, because as much as people think it's gambling, the moment you get into the science of trading options, oh man, like it takes that gambling thought away, because you're like, hey, with a solid strategy, this could work. This is not like sitting and like, you know, being able to play poker and like just having this like, you know, if I keep my face still, or if I blow on the screen and make it go in my direction, it's going, no, man, you have to have a solid strategy, just like you would with Forex or stock options or just stocks or so. Like, you have to have a strategy. So to give you guys a basic rundown of this particular broker right here is Pocket Options. I like them. They're very user-friendly. Let me see if I can move this out the way so I can see my screen better. So they're very user-friendly in a sense, in a form of speaking, like as far as like you have the expiry times. Now, a lot of people don't know what binary options even mean. So really, a real quick breakdown. Binary is ones and zeros or yeses and nos, right? It's really that simple. Options is the fixed amount of money. So for instance, if you guys can see over here, it says I'm leveraging about $1,000. So if I'm leveraging $1,000, the payout is 80%. So that means I'm getting paid back $800. So the full payout would be $1,800, right? if you win, you get your $1,000 back plus the $800 that you leverage for. But if you lose, you only lose $1,000. Now, if you are a trader and if you're not, then understand that's super big, because in Forex, if you leverage the wrong leverage, I'm talking if you go in on a standard lot size, $1 could blow your $1,000 account depending on where you are, right? And so that's where it gets major at. Like, so at least with $1, you can stand to gain a lot more, or you can stand to lose a whole lot more. And this situation is fixed. I can't lose less than, I can't you lose less than $1,000. I'm sorry, y'all. If I do, it's because, I lowered the amount, but whatever I'm in for is all I'm in for. This particular broker will only allow me, like, no matter how I tap more, it will only allow me to do a certain amount of money, which is $1,000. So it's really great because they got, a lot of brokers got things like strike price. Strike price is really good because, like, these pairs, they can drop and leverage amount. They can drop in value. And so depending on the market. So right now, this particular pair, which is an OTC, and I'll explain that in a second, is American Express. And right off the bat, it's 80%. Well, in 5 minutes, it could drop down to 67%. And if it dropped down to 67%, as long as I have strike price on, I'm going to get my 80%. I have to enter the trade. Really simple. You got tons of different pairs. On options, you can trade stocks. You can trade commodities. You got Brent, crude, silver, and gold. You can trade Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum, Litecoin, and even Ethereum versus Bitcoin, right? And then you have the normal currencies. And mind you, these are OTCs right now because the market closed. And if you don't know what OTC stand for, it stands for over the counter. So that means it's more algorithmic. So real quick, if you don't know what that is, real simple. In order to understand binary options, you have to know two things. If you know these two things, you can start running the bag up. First thing is it's comprised of an algorithmic side and an organic side. The organic side is what you guys are looking at. You're seeing right now that the charts are moving down and up like a normal trading chart would be, right? And that's cool. But think about it. It's American Express. And what's going on right now? Well, it's Saturday, July 3rd right now. So for the most part, the market is closed. So what we want to look at is the algorithmic side. That's the coded aspect. Now, don't let that make you afraid. Like, oh man, if it's coded, that means they can do what they want. They can make the chart do what they want. Yes and no, because although that's a possibility, they're still being monitored by the big boys. So they can't. They still have to stay true to the trading artifacts, which is great because for OTC, I like them because you could beat up a chart in OTC because it's all algorithmic. So it's literally like playing a game. Now, when you're trading Forex, when you jump in, somebody else is jumping against you, right? You might jump in for a buy, somebody's jumping in for a sell. Here, it's all algorithmic. So now it's based on like the movements of the charts are already going to be those movements. They're already predetermined. If you can discover the pattern, you can get in and you can make some money. Just like you could with Forex, except for on an algorithmic aspect, it gives you a more probability of understanding, seeing the charts for how they move and where they are and all the random variabilities. And it's not hard. It sounds complex, but you just got to get in here and see it. So like right now, what I'm looking at is the potential of this chart like dropping, right? So if I took a 1 minute sell, really simple, I'm in for that sell. As of right now, I'm winning. I took a 1 minute. Now, let's slide this out the way for a second. Let's get that strike price out the way. All it has to do is stay below. And that's why it's called binary options. Will price go above 1.66 in a minute or below 1.66 in a minute? So right now, I'm trailing behind. And how far behind am I trailing? About a couple points. It's playing, it's touch and go. I'm up 4 points now, even though because it's a sell, so it says negative. I got 45 seconds left. And it's just really that simple. I find in 45 seconds, it dropped lower. I am $800 richer in my demo account. So that's pretty much the basics that I can cover, to kind of get you pumped and get you excited because it's not Chinese arithmetic. It's not rocket science. it is a good, nice trading science to it, but trust me, it's one of those things that when you pick it up, you have it. Let's see, it's playing around our entry. Ooh, it's taking flight on us. Taking flight. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because it's afraid of that tiger picture I'm looking at. But let's one. All right, guys, we didn't take that home, but you guys can see how easy it is. And like I said, I kind of just took that trade without staring at a strategy. But when you have a strategy, 7-3 win ratio is not bad. And that's if you have a strategy and you're practicing. So sky's the limit with this.
Hey, y'all need to give this man his flowers. Between him and Nathan, you have, like, I want you guys to understand that watching this video, like every video that you see on my YouTube channel is not hype. This is real value. We're not selling you on coming to a platform and go share this with everyone so we can make residual income off of sharing with everyone. No, we're telling you that we have 2 top educators that could be doing other stuff right now. They do not have to be doing this. They do not have to be bringing this value, and they are bringing this value at a price that you guys really can't afford. But for, at the goodness of their heart, they're doing it for you guys so that you could benefit as a community to make some money. So I want you to do, before we keep moving forward with this video, I want you, again, to like this video, subscribe to this channel, drop a comment below if you're ready to use binary options as an enhancer in your life, and get started today. There's gonna be a link in the description below with the directions to get started. I don't like to do shady business. So if you got sent this video by somebody else, join that person. But if you came across YouTube or saw my video and you want to get started with me, you already know. Click the link below, get started, or get back to the person that sent you this video. So Cash, again, like I told everybody, you could be doing anything else. And it is powerful that you're able to, you know, bring something like this to this company, Auvoria Prime. And I want to give you your flowers for that, because dead serious. I promise you, I've been in the industry probably trading, not probably, I've been in the industry of trading Forex since 2015. And this is the best I've ever got as far as education on any platform, whether it's somebody actually teaching me, whether it's a company. I always feel like I got bamboozled. I'm from New York. I feel like over the internet, I want to beat these people up. I signed up for something. Y'all didn't give me what I paid for. But the fact that even on a YouTube video like this, that even that basic information was a lot for the individual coming in. And a lot of people can't give that. Why? Because they don't have real value to give you. They just have a platform that has a product that the person don't know how to use. And that is something that I don't like doing. So how do you feel with your partnership with Auvoria Prime and moving forward with this trade room with binary options?
How do I feel about it? Man, I'm gonna
how
tell
do you feel about like this, what you about to do with the community?
Oh man, so look, first of all, man, like the one thing that drives me the most is my family. Let me start off by saying that. My family. I got 9 kids, I got a wife. And with having that many kids, the biggest fear I have is them to be able to grow up in a place where opportunity in education is becoming more and more scarce because people are like honing in on information. It's really hard to find information on binary options. It's extremely hard to find information because of how lucrative it is, because of how powerful it is. Just imagine being able to take a super small account and blowing it up in hours. I'm talking about the types of money where people have no, like they wouldn't even imagine that they can get, right? And it's like all possible in a short time frame, like a short time frame. Even if it's, I mean, I say hours, and I mean literally hours. And Calvin, you know, like just like when I say hours, I'm talking hours. You could take something small, make it big, or days or months. And it's like, we use the word financial literacy, and we use that term a lot, but it's very scarce. And then it's just knowing and having a skill set like this. Like today, I just spoke with a good friend of mine, and I told him, I was breaking down to him, and he asked me the same question. And I said, man, a problem that we have, and that I love with linking with Auvoria Prime, that they gave me the platform to be able to teach, is that there are so many people who have lazy money right now. And I don't know if you know what lazy money is, bro, but or anybody out there who don't know it, but think about it like this. If you are a man, you probably got a leather wallet or even a suede wallet. You got a nice wallet, right? Well, that dollar is laying on, is kicked back, feet up, laying on leather interior. And you might not have a bed, or you might be on an air mattress, or you might be on somebody's couch. And you got to get up every day, every morning, and you got to go out and go get some more friends for this dollar that's in your wallet. You're working for the money, and the money is lazy in your pocket. At least with this opportunity, with the right education, what Auvoria Prime is giving me is a platform to be able to teach a lot of you out there how to make your money literally work for you. Okay. You should not be employed by your money. It should be the other way around. And this gives us the opportunity to be CEOs and bosses of our own personal conglomerates. As each and every one of you is in a conglomerate. You are a mogul. Facts. That's straight facts. You are a mogul. Everything you do that cultivates money to come to you, it's because you made a business decision. And so you are whatever position you put yourself in. And that's the beautiful part that I love about Auvoria Prime. Linking with Auvoria Prime has allowed me to place myself in a position to empower more. And when I tell you guys that binary options is one of the best ways as a starter, I mean, I'm in the real estate also, so I behoove anybody out there to definitely do their homework and just think about diversification. But I'll tell you that, they gave me that platform to be able to reach so many people. So my whole goal is to reach as many people as possible to get their minds in the right place. So that way my kids got a better environment to grow up in. So it's to me, it's not about going after planting more trees and stuff. I mean, we can always use more trees, but it's not about the environment itself personally. It's about getting to the people who control what happens in the environment. And so my goal, I put my family first, and the best thing to do is to be able to touch people who I know that they have the opportunity or probably will have the opportunity to interact with. And that's my key, bro. So I appreciate Auvoria Prime for giving me that opportunity to be able to do so.
Most definitely. So you heard it here first on Rising Moguls FX channel. I'm gonna have Cash Instagram and Facebook link below, so you can click it, follow Cash, stay connected with him. And again, if you want to get started with binary options today, get started with our trade room. Look in the description below. I'm gonna give you guys, if we get started today, I'm gonna give you guys a $40 discount. So use that discount code. Get started today. Use that discount code for $40. You'll be able to get started. Follow the directions below. Make sure, again, you get connected with Cash. You want to surround yourself with phenomenal people. At the end of the day, one thing my mentor told me is that you can have all the money in the world, but you could lose it. But if you have the people, you always have the money. Because your network is your network. Straight up. Sounds cliche, but you do people right, you give people opportunity, there's always going to be opportunity for you from the people that you give the opportunity to. And that's the thing that I love about this. I love the feeling that I put somebody onto something, even though I'm not the master educator like Cash, I was able to put somebody in position to win. Like people, like you said, selfish information. I don't like to withhold information. I'm excited about sharing something like this to somebody else. And now when we talk about having residual income for sharing this with somebody else, it makes more sense, because now I'm not telling somebody to do this because I want to, get some money for signing you up. I'm telling somebody to do this because I got results. Other people's getting results. Of course, results aren't guaranteed. Past profits does not indicate future results at all. So just because I said that people's getting results, just because Cash gets results, just because other people saying they're getting results, doesn't mean that you're going to get results. You're going to have to do your due diligence, hop on the calls, get on the live sessions, and educate yourself. Oh, with that being said, before we get off, what days are you doing the live sessions for binary options?
So if you, for everybody to get to know me, man, they're going to know I'm always in the charts. So I am actually 6 days a week now. So I'll announce it here. So for my people out in Africa, I'm actually doing a Sunday call for them from 6 to 7. So that's like 12 to like 1 their time, right? 12 a.m. to 1 their time. But it's gonna be lit, man. So, but Monday I am on 6 to 8. Tuesday I am on 2 to 4. Wednesday I'm on 6 to 8. Thursday I'm on 2 to 4, and Friday I'm on 2 to 4 and 6 to 8. So I'm covering every time zone there is to comfortably be able to sit down with me, learn how to trade. And bro, while I'm on your platform, I am extending my hand and saying, you got to get on the $100 to 100K challenge. I ain't seen you on yet, so I got to see you on.
Hey,
I'm calling him out. I'm calling him out, guys.
He calling me out. I got to do it.
You got to do it. So look, it's fun, man. It's fun. It's trading. It's 4 moderators up there, and we're all just trading, having a good time, man. But for the most part, we have a compound plan that will allow you to get to one point and get to another. So for anybody that hits that link, and they hop in your link, man, just send them over, man, and they got a free spot to sit in there. It's a free of charge thing anyway, but man, they hop in there, just say Calvin sent me, and I'll definitely get you in an area where, you know, you'll really be able to just kind of like get happy.
Hey, y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? Y'all watching this video? Y'all hear this? Value. Again, Cash, time is the most important thing that we have, and I appreciate your time for hopping on. And of course, if y'all appreciate Cash time again, let's drop the 777s in the comment section below. Drop some flower emojis because we want to give this man his flower, because at the end of the day, he could be doing other stuff. No matter profits this man made, I'm gonna leave it alone. He does not have to be on this call. I promise you. And the fact that he is, I just appreciate you, my brother. So again, thank you guys for hopping on this call. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, get started. The link is in the description below. So get started today. Use that discount code, take advantage of it, and I'll see you at the beach or the bank. You guys have a phenomenal day.